Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you all are doing really great. In the last class we have talked about the muscles of the anterior compartment of thigh, and today we're going to learn about the muscles of the medial compartment of the thigh. Alright, so the first muscle we're going to learn about is the adductor longus. Alright, this is the adductor longus, and the origin of this muscle is from the front of the body of pubis, between the angle between pubic crest and pubic symphysis. Front of the body of pubis, between the angle of pubic crest and pubic symphysis. এখান থেকে হচ্ছে adductor magnusের origin. Insertion হচ্ছে linea asperaতে in the middle 1/3 of the shaft of the femur between the vastus medialis and adductor brevis muscle. So this one right here is the insertion, middle 1/3 of the linea aspera. You see right here. Then the nerve supply. We all know that the nerve of the medial compartment is the obturator nerve. So all the muscles of the medial compartment is mostly supplied by the obturator nerve. Next we have the action. So it is the powerful adductor of hip joint, like this, adduction of the hip joint. And then we have the flexion of the hip joint. You know, the medial compartment is known as the flexor compartment. So here you will see the most of the thing actually doing the flexions. All right. Then we have the next muscle, which is adductor brevis. So behind the longus, this one is the adductor brevis. Let me just remove the longest one here. So this one is the adductor brevis. The origin is the anterior surface of the body of pubis. The anterior surface of the body of pubis. And the insertion is the upper part of the linea aspera. Here, upper part of the linea aspera. You can see right here. Behind the upper part of adductor longus. So behind the upper part of adductor longus, we have here. Like this. Behind the upper part of adductor longus, we have adductor brevis. Nerve supply is obturator nerve, and the action is, you know, all know that it adducts the thigh. Okay, our next muscle is adductor magnus. So this one is the adductor magnus muscle. The origin is the inferolateral part of the ischial tuberosity and ramus of the ischium. So right here, inferolateral part of ischial tuberosity, we have adductor magnus. You see right here, and from the ramus of the ischium, right here. And the insertion is in the gluteal tuberosity. It has two parts mainly, adductor part and hamstring part. Adductor part is inserted into the gluteal tuberosity, like this in here, and the medial part of linea aspera. You see right here, gluteal tuberosity and the medial part of linea aspera, the adductor part. And there is another hamstring part which is inserted into the adductor tubercle of femur, right here. This is one of the adductor tubercle, hamstring part. Nerve supply. The adductor portion is supplied by the obturator nerve, and the hamstring portion is supplied by the tibial part of sciatic nerve. We all know that the sciatic nerve is the nerve of the posterior compartment. Our next muscle is gracilis. This one is the gracilis muscle. You can see the longer one right here. So gracilis muscle actually originates from the medial margin of the lower half of the body of pubis. Medial margin of lower half of body of pubis. And it is inserted into the upper part of the medial surface of tibia behind sartorius. Upper part of the medial surface of shaft of the tibia. Right here. Upper part of the medial surface of tibia. So it is actually behind the sartorius muscle. I hope you all remember the muscle of anterior compartment, the sartorius one. Alright. The nerve supply is obturator nerve, and the actions are knee rotation, medial rotation of knee, like this, and then hip abduction. Hip adduction. And the final one is the knee flexion. All right. So our next muscle is pectineus. So this one right here is the pectineus muscle, as you can see, the pectineus muscle. The origin of the muscle is the pecten pubis, then upper half of the pectineal surface, the pecten pubis and the upper half of pectineal surface of pubis. All right, the insertion is in the lesser trochanter to the linea aspera, the line extending from the lesser trochanter to linea aspera. The line, let me actually remove the muscles so that you can take a closer look. Right here, it is inserted into the line extending from the lesser trochanter to linea aspera. Right here, the nerve supply, it is supplied by the femoral nerve and as well as the obturator nerve. It has both dual nerve supply. And the actions, the pectineus muscle actually does the flexion and adduction of hip joint. So this is the hip joint adduction, and this is the pectineus muscle hip joint flexion. All right, so that's all for today about our medial nerve, so the muscles of the medial compartment of thigh. I hope you all have understood the video easily. Thank you everyone for your kind patience.